Are you thinking of moving to Kansas City, or maybe you're from KC and want to learn more about your hometown? Well, that's what I'm here for. Rach the Realtor, here giving you the scoop on all things Kansas City. Today we are counting down the top 10 reasons you should move to KC. Before we get going, don't forget to hit subscribe, like this video, subscribe to my channel. That way you can stay up to date on all things Kansas City. Okay, let's count down the top 10 reasons you should move to Kansas City. Starting with number 1. These are not ranked in any particular order. Let's just get that out of the way. But if they were going to be ranked, this would be the top 1 for many, many people, and that is food. Kansas City is world renowned for its barbecue, and it is delicious. If you love barbecue, man, you will be happy in Kansas City. But believe it or not, I do know many locals that don't really like barbecue that much, and there is still plenty to enjoy here in Kansas City. We actually have a great taco scene in KCK, plenty of amazing steakhouses. Every type of food from across the world really can be found in Kansas City. So Kansas City's food scene is actually wonderful. Everything from a super casual picnic table restaurant up to white tablecloth and everything in between. Kansas City's food scene is number 1. Number 2 is my personal favorite, sports. The sports scene in Kansas City is so much fun. Even if you're not a major, huge sports fan, most people, unless they're just like anti-sports, still can enjoy the sports scene because they like tailgating, or they like going to Power and Light District during the NCAA tournament, or they like going to Royals games on Buck Night on Friday nights. You can go get a hot dog for $1 and watch the fireworks after the Royals game. Sports are a huge deal in Kansas City. The Chiefs, of course, we have Patrick Mahomes, not to brag, but we also have Sporting KC MLS soccer team. We have a professional women's soccer team. We have a professional hockey team. It's not like Major League Hockey, but it's a feeder farm system team. We have a baseball team that's not affiliated, but still professional, in addition to the Royals. So that was not a joke about how bad the Royals are right now. And then, of course, we're the mecca of college basketball. So if you love sports, Kansas City is the place to be. Number 3 is weather. Okay, don't freak out. Don't click off because I'm complimenting the weather in Kansas City. But for real, we have all 4 seasons, and it is awesome. The brutal, horrible months are February and probably August if you hate the heat. February, the weather, it's just awful. So if you can get out of town in February, great. But the rest of the year is awesome because we truly have the crisp leaves in the fall, the fresh smell of spring in the spring. Beautiful summer days. We get snow in the winter, but it's not so cold you can't even go outside most of the time. And fun fact, Kansas City actually has more sunny days per year than Miami, Florida. So the more you know. Number 4, the cost of living. Your dollar goes further in Kansas City than many other comparable cities throughout the U.S. I'm not going to dive into the boring numbers here, so you can go watch a whole video I made about the cost of living in Kansas City. But just so you know, the cost of living is a great reason to move here. We have people moving from the coast all the time that can't believe what you can buy a house for in Kansas City. So cost of living is a huge bonus to moving to Kansas City. Number 5. There are all types of living in the Kansas City metro area. And by that, I mean, if you love the hustle and bustle of the city, we've got it. If suburbia is more your speed, we have lots of that. And even if you're a country guy or gal, we have very small rural towns where you will see people in cowboy hats and cowboy boots wandering around. We have all of it. So whatever your speed may be, you can find it within a 30-minute drive of downtown Kansas City. So that is the beautiful part, is all kinds can find their happy place in the KC metro area. And that brings me to number 6, which is the many neighborhoods in Kansas City. Just in KCMO, like actual Kansas City, not the metro, there are so many unique little pockets and corners. You can find like Southwest Boulevard, where you go find great Mexican food. You have the Crossroads, which is like the artsy area with the murals and like the trendy shops. You have the West Bottoms, that's a little more grungy and like quirky. And then you have the Plaza, which is like posh and like chain stores and restaurants. It's so unique. The little pockets of the city, you just can fall in love with a different neighborhood every weekend. And that is something that's really fun about Kansas City, whether you live in KCMO or are way out in the sticks and just drive in 30 minutes to downtown to enjoy a new neighborhood every weekend. It is a really fun part about life in Kansas City. Another great thing about living in Kansas City is the arts. We have the Nelson Atkins Art Museum, which is phenomenal, and it's free. It's an awesome part of the Kansas City lifestyle. It has the shuttlecocks in the yard, so like from badminton, that's the word I was looking for, and the lawn. So that's like a place to hang out, have a picnic, chat with your friends or whatever. In addition to that, the Plaza Art Fair is a huge deal every fall. So much fun, whether you like art or not, is a really fun thing. And then we have smaller art festivals throughout the year. First Fridays in the Crossroads art districts, you walk around Friday evening and all of the galleries are open, so you can walk through and look at the different pieces, and most of them have like free wine or some sort of little cocktail. So there's a lot of art to be enjoyed here, and it's the same thing as sports. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm not an art person. I'm a sports person, but I can flip the roles in my head and see that it's the same thing for both. Even if you're not a huge art person, I still enjoy First Fridays in the Plaza Art Fair. And just like I said with sports, if you're not a huge sports fan, there's still things to enjoy. So even if you're not an art person, the arts are still really fun in Kansas City. Number 8, the parks and lakes. So I'll be honest, we're not a mountain town. We're not a beach town. This is not a place usually people move to because of the outdoor activities, but we do what we can. There are tons of biking trails, running trails, walking trails. We have a lot of lakes in the KC Metro. Some are private, and then some are public, where if you have a boat or a paddle boat or a stand-up paddleboard, you can just toss it on the water and enjoy a day out on the water. There are parks all over the metro area, and by parks I mean everything from like a splash pad for kids to play in the water, to like a swing set traditional playground, to like parks which are just like acreage of trees and lawn area to enjoy and set up a picnic and play volleyball, or I don't know, whatever you do at parks, you know. Number 9, another reason that you should move to Kansas City is travel, which again might sound kind of controversial or like counterintuitive, but here's what I mean. We are located right in the middle of the US. So anywhere in the continental US, contiguous, I was scared to use that word because I'm afraid I'm using it in the wrong context. I'm sure you guys will let me know if I am, but you get what I mean. 3-hour flight, LA, New York, Miami, basically anything in the US is going to be about 3 hours or less. So it makes it really easy to travel. Now, our airport does have some problems. I won't lie to you about that. But once you get through that mess, and it's actually easy to get through, it's just the airport itself that kind of sucks. But that's another rant for another day. Flying is very convenient. In addition to that, driving. There are so many great driving trips right within a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hour drive. And if you're from the Midwest, an 8-hour drive is not crazy. It's like a very normal thing to do. So traveling out of Kansas City is pretty easy, convenient, and affordable. And lastly, and I feel like I say this in every single video because it's so true, it's the people. Number 10, the reason you should move to Kansas City is the people. People are so nice, so friendly. They look out for each other. They smile, like show your teeth smile when we aren't wearing masks at the grocery store. And yeah, it's classic Midwest culture, for better or for worse, but it is. And it is something, for the most part, I think it's for the better. People are warm and friendly, and I can almost guarantee you will find your people if you choose to move to Kansas City. If you do, you know who to call, Rach the Realtor. Send me an email, shoot me a text, give me a phone call. I cannot wait to connect with you. And until then, I'll see you next time, giving you the scoop on all things Kansas City. Bye.